Marvel killed Superior Spider-Man. I really did love the Superior Spider-Man comics. I was very iffy at first because I wasn't really comfortable with the change-up. It would be announced that Otto Octavius would put his mind inside Peter Parker's body. And you have to remember, Superior Spider-Man came back out in 2013. And literally, only 6 years prior did they come out with the One More Day storyline. It was a very fucking dangerous time to be a Spider-Man fan, to say the least. But the way issue 1 really sits there and captivates you for the rest of the story. In issue 1, you don't see Peter Parker being kidnapped, you don't see Otto putting his brain inside Peter's body. Instead, you go about the life of Peter Parker and by virtue Spider-Man, but you, as the reader, notice something's off. You see Peter stopping crimes in a way more violent fashion than usual. You see Spider-Man be more angrier. And most of all, he doesn't quip, at all, throughout the entirety of the first comic. And by the end of the first issue, you're almost rewarded in realizing that, hey, you were right. This is not Peter Parker, it is in fact Otto Octavius. And after this, we realize that Peter is still alive, he's just trapped in the subconscious of his own body. We also get to see Otto go throughout various adventures in Peter's body, meeting the Avengers, facing the Vulture, fighting Peter's rogues. We see that Otto learns what it means to become Spider-Man, but more importantly, we see that Otto learns what it means to be Peter Parker, the man behind the mask. Otto recognizes that Peter is a very strong individual, and I'm not talking about his physical strength. The triumphs and tribulations that Spider-Man goes through every single day is no mere feat. And this led Otto to realize that Peter is the superior Spider-Man. And in one of the most heartfelt moments in all of comic history, Otto gives Peter back his body, and even sheds a tear while doing so, realizing that even though he might die, New York still needs a Spider-Man. All that character development in these various issues and dozens of panels, all down the fucking drain because Marvel doesn't want to let Superior Spider-Man rest. He's been brought back in multiple crossover issues, all with the characterization before he gave Peter back his body, and he's even debuted with some new solo issues coming off the backbone of the original comic. The problem with this is that Marvel forgot what fundamentally made people love Superior Spider-Man. It's not the fact that he was dark and edgy, it's because of the fact, as I said earlier, that we get to see this character and one of Spider-Man's most iconic villains evolve from a one-note punchline to one of the greatest written characters in fiction. We watch Otto take Peter's body for what is basically the joyride of the fucking century, just to realize that being Spider-Man isn't all funs and games. We even see Otto develop a non-traditional love interest. We see Otto try to improve on things that he thought Peter was lacking. He builds him a company and an enterprise, he gets him an advanced college degree, he adds way more tech than Peter ever had that makes patrolling the city easier, and because of all these various improvements, even the reader starts to think that, hey, Otto might be the better Spider-Man. But this is all destroyed when the Green Goblin makes his move. Otto becomes overwhelmed. He realized that Peter is the Spider-Man that New York needs. And this all has been completely thrown to the wayside because Marvel can't let the money go. Marvel fundamentally does not understand their own character, or why the fans even like him. Marvel needs to realize that Superior Spider-Man was a one-and-done comic. It's not something that should be brought back every single time the opportunity peers its head around the corner. And also in Marvel's defense, this isn't just Marvel Comics, DC does it too, whereas they take a popular idea or comic and then they just milk it until the cow fucking tips over. But in consistently bringing a character like this back, you're killing the characterization that you did in the original issues. And not just for Otto, but Peter as well. In most of the crossovers since Superior Spider-Man happened, he treats him more like Dr. Octopus than he does the quote-unquote Superior Spider-Man, which doesn't make sense. After the original comic, Peter and Otto found a mutual respect, and all of that is just dead and washed down the drain now because Marvel killed the Superior Spider-Man.